This episode of WDW Today is being sponsored by All-Star Vacation Homes. And if you're looking for a great place to be able to stay on your next Walt Disney World vacation, have a lot of space but not pay a lot for it, All-Star Vacation Homes is the perfect choice for you. They've got lots of great vacation homes for you to choose from. Check out their website right now at allstarvacationhomes.com.
This is Walt Disney World Today. Give us 5 minutes and we'll give you the world.
It's Friday, April 15th, 2011, and this is episode 863 of WDW Today. I'm Matt Hochberg of StudioCentral.com. Joining me on today's show is Len Testa, co-author of the unofficial guide to Walt Disney World. Welcome to the show, Len.
Thanks, Matt. I've turned my swag on. I've put my team on. I've done my theme song. It's time to turn it up.
I know it's the lyrics to something, but it's
It's the lyrics to turn my swag on. But yeah, okay, go ahead.
There you go.
Turn my swag on.
That works. Also joining us on today's show is Mike Scopa, a senior feature writer, some senior, for blogger for allears.net. Welcome, Mike.
That just goes to show that anything can happen in a podcast.
Hooray for
Hollywood. Great movie ride.
were you terrific if you're even good.
Yeah, I always have an issue with that. When the gangster or the cowboy meets their inevitable end, and the guy comes back and says, I told you I was just going out for popcorn. He does say that he's going out for popcorn, but he first of all, it's not on mic, because at this point the gangster's already taken it over. And you can barely hear it. I had to listen to it many times. Can you actually ever hear him say,
I've never actually heard him say he's going out for popcorn. I always thought it was some sort of like gap in the script.
Yeah, no, they do say it, like, if you're sitting all the way in the front towards the left, you can kind of hear him say it, because it's right after it's like, beat it, scram, and he runs away, and then he's not even on the microphone anymore. He's like, I'm going out for some popcorn, or something like that. And anyway, I digress. On today's show, we are talking not about the Great Movie Ride, but about Downtown Disney, and talking about how to spend a day at Downtown Disney. I know that some people don't even go there at all. Some people perhaps view it as a evening-only event, but you can. There is a lot to do there, even despite some of the changes and cutbacks that have gone on at Downtown Disney over the years. That being said, though, there's still something to do there, especially if you've never been, or if you haven't explored some options. And so spending a considerable amount of your day at Downtown Disney is definitely a possibility. So let's talk about spending that day at Downtown Disney. And Mr. Scopa, where would you like to start with this?
Well, I'm going to have I'm probably going to do it on a Sunday morning, because I want to start my day off at the House of Blues. And
I know why.
I'm going to go to the House of Blues Gospel Brunch. And that's going to get me really roaring for that wonderful day at Downtown Disney, because it's a 90-minute brunch. Going to spend 45 minutes eating and 45 minutes of enjoying a show. The thing is, it won't open till 10:30, but that's great, because that means I can sleep in. And I'll have my tickets purchased far in advance, and I'll be in line waiting for it to open, and they'll be serving samosas. And then after the samosas, I'll go in and have a great brunch.
What's a samosa?
There's a joke.
A mimosa?
A mimosa, samosa. I'm going to have some. That's more than one. Some mimosas.
Oh, some mimosi is where that was the plural.
So that's how I'm going to start off.
Mimosa.
Man. I'm going to have a gospel brunch. That's going to it's going to let me sleep in. I'm going to get there about 10 o'clock. Going to have a nice show. Going to get my juices flowing, and I'll be ready to hit Downtown Disney after that.
Why don't you explain some? I know we talked about this in a previous show, but perhaps that might be new to someone, Mike. Give us like the 30-second review of what exactly is the Gospel Brunch.
Okay, so you go into the House of Blues, and they have a wonderful brunch spread out there. They have unbelievable entrees and desserts, and it just they treat you really well. And you sit around and you have a meal, and about midway through your meal, the stage comes alive, and it's not gospel like you would think. It's really it's I don't know how to explain it. It's just some rip-roaring fun. It's really it's sort of like Hoop-de-doo gone wild. I mean, it's even wilder than Hoop-de-doo. The singing, the emotion, the energy from all the performers on stage. There must be about 20 performers on stage dancing and singing. It's none of this hallelujah stuff. It's just very, very it's just very, very energizing. And I don't know if that came across okay, but
It's a gospel brunch, but there's none of that hallelujah stuff to get in the way.
yeah, I mean, it's probably a misnomer calling it a gospel brunch. It's just it's very energetic. It's just a great experience. I've had the experience about 2 years ago to go see it, and I would do it again in a flash.
Well, one other option if you're talking about breakfast, and the gospel brunch, obviously I haven't done it, but Mike, obviously you're high on it. I would also recommend there's also another option if you are. Mike mentioned Sunday, and they do have a character meal on Sundays at the Hilton in downtown Disney. It's from 8:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. I haven't done this yet, but it is a character meal and should be pretty easy to get to, I would imagine, because or easy to get in rather for a reservation. But that might be an option too to start your day. If you've got the little kids and you want to have a character meal and somewhere place that might be a little bit easier to grab. Want to try something new and try the Hilton, and they have like I said, character meal there on Sundays, 8:30 to 11. So another option for you, perhaps, to have a breakfast somewhere.
Yeah.
So we've got breakfast out of the way. We should mention. You mentioned actually earlier the gospel brunch doesn't start till 10:30. Is that what you said?
I think it's about 10:30 it starts. Yep.
Yeah, a lot of Downtown Disney doesn't really open until 10 or so. I know Baby Cakes opens at 8 a.m. But a lot of the stores and stuff don't open until later in the day, a little later in the morning. So I guess take it as an opportunity to sleep in. We always tell you, you have to be up, park opening, this, and this, but, take it an opportunity to relax and sleep in a little bit and then get over there. If you're going for that breakfast, I mean, we go for one of those options or, get there around 10 or so. And, what sticks out to you, Len, as a great thing to do in downtown Disney if you were there in the morning?
Well, doesn't Earl Sandwich do breakfast as well?
They do. That's right. They do have a breakfast. I haven't had their breakfast over there. Have you?
I've not, but they do. They do muffins and stuff for breakfast, right? Have they? I've never been there for breakfast, but I hear it's good.
Yeah. The breakfast sandwiches. They've got a couple different ones: bacon, egg, and cheddar, ham, egg, and cheddar, egg and cheddar, ham and Swiss, breakfast BLT, and they're $3.99 each.
Ooh, that's a bargain.
Yeah, 8:30 to 11 a.m. is when breakfast is.
Perfect. So you might want to do that if you don't want to hear all that hallelujah stuff that Mike was talking about. I don't know when I eat bacon in the morning, especially with cheddar, I hear angels singing too. So really, for me, there's equivalence there. That would be the other option for breakfast, right? But the thing with Mike's is 90 minutes. Mike, what time does breakfast start at?
About 10:30.
Yeah, see, that's good though. So you kind of wake up at the crack of 10. Roll out of bed, head over to brunch, right? And then, by noon, you've got some coffee in you, you've got some protein, you're ready for a day.
Oh, I'll tell you, you're wired when you come out of there. You're absolutely wired.
You've been drinking coffee for 90 minutes. How couldn't you be? It's just the mysteries of the universe are yours at that point.
So now, when you're talking about how you're going to tour downtown Disney, well, it's sort of easy. I mean, Pleasure Island's closed, so that's pretty much out. With a few exceptions. So, I would recommend touring the marketplace early in the morning because that area gets much more crowded later in the day than the West Side does. Do you guys agree?
I do.
Yes.
It's actually my preferred way of touring too, is to start over at the marketplace, especially coming in sort of by the fountain area.
Right, and if you can get there, if you're touring downtown Disney after you're done eating, even if you have that 10:30 breakfast. As long as you're touring, you start touring downtown Disney before noon. It's a ghost town, which is great because you can really enjoy yourself. I know that when I go to downtown Disney, like World of Disney Store, for instance, in the evening, it's just a zoo in there.
Kids and there's adults and everybody's running around and they're all hyped up and they're cranky and
it's like cranky. It's just packed in there. There's so many people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So to take advantage of that in the morning hours or even the early afternoon hours, you're really going to notice a difference. And if you can get done with the marketplace, before. You probably run into lunchtime, but even if you get done before, I would say 3-4 o'clock, which should be ample time for you if you get there in the morning. That'll be a huge benefit to you because that way you're going to have seen everything in the marketplace and be able to beat the crowds over there, so you can actually enjoy walking around.
Oh yeah, there's a thing I like to do. I like to go into the Lego Imagination Center and I play a little game. So I'll go to one of the Lego structures and I'll try to guess how many pieces, and I'll try to come within like 500, and it's not that
wow
easy. I'll tell you.
They tell you how many pieces are in the Legos there?
Yeah, they'll show all the. They have I don't know how many, but every time I go in there, there's something different, and they'll have them on display under the glass, and they'll say, this is this, and they'll tell you how many pieces. And before I look at the card, I'll try to guess, and it's very difficult.
Do you guys think that, speaking of Legos, that now that Legoland's going to be opening in the Winter Park area, which is a little north of Orlando?
It's Winter Garden, right?
Winter Garden, sorry. Winter Garden. I always get those confused. Winter Garden, do you think the Lego store in Downtown Disney will close?
No, it's probably making way too much money for that.
Too many people that are drawn to Downtown Disney, and a lot of those people, I think maybe for the locals, the locals are probably happy about it, but I think that the guests, the people who are coming to Orlando for vacation, they're going to continue to go to the one in Downtown Disney, I think.
So let's focus on go ahead, Lon.
I think like Mike said, it's a good store actually. It's not as good as the ones you see in a Legoland park. Have you been to a Legoland before?
I have not.
I'm really excited for it to open. They showcase some of the most advanced Lego building techniques anywhere in the world inside
Stacking?
the parks. No, stacking. No, like the robotic stuff and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
And the really advanced the Technics sets and things like that. It's pretty cool. I think it'll be a good one day destination for anybody that's in Orlando, and they've got some interesting rides coming up too. For you, you're at Winter Garden, aren't you?
No, St. Cloud, buddy.
St. Cloud, that's right. Sorry.
That's right.
Yeah,
Best
but I think it's like 45 minutes away. It's supposed to open in October.
Okay, cool. Well, let's get back to the marketplace. What are some highlights of the Downtown Disney marketplace area for you guys?
That's a good question. I like if I'm bringing home souvenirs for people, there's always inexpensive stuff at Basin.
That's a great store. I know Mike Newell's wife loves it. My wife loves it.
Oh yeah, I think every woman I know loves Basin. So it's interesting. They've got that one down in Downtown Disney. They've got one in Downtown Disney in Anaheim, and then there's also a Basin in the Grand Floridian.
Yeah, it's a for those who aren't aware, Basin is a bath.
It's a chain of it's like Bath and Body Works. It's got bath stuff,
yeah, like those bath bombs you drop in
soaps and shampoos and stuff to make you smell good.
Right.
Stuff to make you smell pretty. But they've got it's sort of like Lush, if you're familiar with Lush. There's a Lush, by the way, in the Orlando airport. In that you all the stuff is out, a lot of it is unwrapped. You can feel it, you can touch it, you can smell it before you buy it. Most of them use either all natural or mostly natural ingredients. They've all got really unique products. Most of them are, and here's an interesting thing I like about Basin too. If you go into Basin, like when you're shopping there, and I've done this before, you go into Basin and you're shopping, they'll ask you if you're going to take what you're buying on a plane, like if you're buying like a liquid, like a lotion or something. If so, they'll actually break it up for you into multiple 3-ounce containers.
Oh, cool.
I know they're thinking a lot there. I really like Basin for inexpensive souvenirs.
Basin's great. One of the places I stop every Sunday now, and we've talked about this many times on the show now, is Baby Cakes NYC in Downtown Disney. It's in the old McDonald's building.
They have a building about Old McDonald?
Old McDonald. As soon as I said it, I knew it was saying myself.
I thought he had a farm.
No, he had a place. Now he's gone.
Huh.
But anyway, it's a great bakery. It's vegan. Don't let that fool you. It tastes just really good. Doesn't matter no matter how much beef you eat, or whatever. It's really that great. And I love to stop there for snacks all the time. Be sure to say hi to Emily, who's the GM over there, and say hello to her. And she'll.
There's a place right next to it that sells smoothies.
Yeah, there's a little smoothie bar right next to it.
Yeah, right next to it, and they have like a mango. You can get like a mango banana smoothie, and a dozen of Baby Cake's small brownie bites.
A dozen?
Yeah. They go down easier when there's a dozen of them. The first 6 sort of like greased away.
There's also a great little, if you're looking for a great place for lunch, we always talk about how great Earl Sandwich is, and it is absolutely wonderful. But I also like now, I've had it a couple times for lunch. I really do like it, especially the great prices. Is located in the same building as Baby Cakes. Is
Pollo Campero?
No, the other one. Oh my God, I'm blanking on the name here. I've only had it like 6 times.
Pompero.
No, you're thinking Pollo Campero also. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's a healthy eatings kind of place. Like it's salads and.
Yeah, I ate there a couple of months ago.
And no one knows the name of it?
I can't remember the name. Oh my God, I'm going to kick myself for this. But anyway, it's very good. They have some great options. They have a great vegan chili.
This unnamed place.
Oh, I can't believe I can't think of it right now, but it'll come to me in a second. But anyway, that's another great place. It always comes back to food in the end. Earl Sandwich.
Fresh Appeal?
Fresh Appeal, that's the place. Thank you.
They've got all natural burgers. I'm reading the thing off of the Disney website. Locally grown produce, all natural burgers. Do they serve it to you in a yurt? No.
And a what?
A yurt. It's like a teepee. Gluten-free, low sodium, and vegetarian options. Seriously.
And it's cheap, which is what's nice about it.
This is the dawning of the age.
Another great place, another great store in downtown Disney. That you've got the Arribas Brothers store.
Arribas cigars?
No, that's the.
No, what am I thinking of?
The Flying Arribas Brothers.
Arribas Brothers is the crystal stuff. You're thinking of over
Marketplace. That's right.
Or in West Side. Oh my God. Sosa Family cigars.
What does Arribas Brothers?
Arribas is the glass up, which has some really nice. It's quite nice to look at. You can see them. Usually, there's a guy demoing it, and that's pretty cool. It's a nice place to stop in, especially.
It's got a good beat. You can dance to it. Yeah.
You could dance. Nice.
That's what it sounded like. It sounded like American Bandstand. I'd like to. I don't know if this store was open when I was down there in January, but Matt, you might know that new store. It's called. You know where they used to have the Summer Sands?
Yeah.
They've got it. Yeah, Trendy. How long has that thing been open?
I think it's been there since 09. I want to say like springish of 09.
Oh, yeah. March.
Yep.
March of 2009. Yeah, I don't think I've been in there, but
they got nice stuff in there. It's just very expensive. It's like a Macy's in there. It's name brand stuff. You got like Dooney and Burke and
I don't love it.
Yeah, some other stuff. Trust me, my wife loved going in there, but it's like I have to drag her out of there because I'm not paying ridiculous prices for it. But
does she like that, or does she like D Street better, which is also Disney?
Oh no, Trendy. Trendy, much better. Yeah, D Street, which we'll talk about a little bit. It's nice. It just doesn't hold a candle to Trendy.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sort of like an upscale emporium, right?
Right.
Yeah, I've seen the clothes. Actually, they're pretty nice. They've got handbags. They've got luggage. It is more upscale fashion than you'd find in the emporium, but it's all brightly colored stuff, or most of it's brightly colored, and it's a little edgier or what's the word? I think it's more design conscious,
right,
than the stuff in the emporium.
Another store that's really nice that a lot of people tend to really like is the Disney's Days of Christmas store, which is a year-round Christmas shop. And for a lot of people, if you're going to Disney World once a year, that happens to be like, say, July, and you want to get your Christmas shopping done, ornaments for the year or whatever it may be, the Days of Disney store is probably your best bet for Christmas merchandise in all of Walt Disney World because it's like the clearinghouse for all that stuff.
The strange thing about the store, closed during December. Right. Just kidding, not really.
Yeah.
Closed for the holidays.
Closed for the holidays, exactly. Closes on Thanksgiving, opens up sometime after Martin Luther King Day.
Allowing our workers to take some time off.
Exactly.
You know what's a really great place, Len? Have you spent any time in there? Goofy's Candy Company?
Yeah, I spent almost an entire evening there one time, Hannah and I, when it was one of our first nights on the trip. We didn't feel like going to a park. I think it was raining, it was pouring. We didn't feel like going to a park. So we spent like an hour there literally picking out jelly bean combinations. And then we took it back to the hotel and she ate jelly beans and attempted to go to sleep. I think it was one of the nights that Hannah was up till 2 o'clock in the morning. Total coincidence, by the way, that we did that. And she was up until 2 o'clock in the morning.
Right, total coincidence. No correlation between the two of us.
No. I mean, literally, I think she sampled one of every kind of jelly bean at Goofy's.
I got to mention also the GR Deli store. You can get free samples over there.
I haven't been in there forever.
Oh, I always stop in just get the free sample, head on back out.
Thank you. Like, what is this chocolate of which you speak?
What a surprise! Totally unexpected.
It's like going to Costco.
That's how I get my lunch on Sundays, Len.
Exactly. I'm totally with you
on
on
around Sam's Club.
Have you guys been to Little Mismatched? I think they're moving, by the way.
Now, is that the little store that's like random stuff on sale and quotes on sale?
Well, the interesting thing is they've got pairs of socks, but they're mismatched pairs.
Really?
So you might have like a pink and orange sock and then an orange and pink sock.
That's wrong.
No, kids love it. Hannah's been actually doing it.
Kids love it, right.
I don't want that pair of socks, Dad. They match.
Exactly. Because another pair just like it at home. But yeah, kids love it. It does some interesting stuff. They've got mismatched gloves, mismatched socks. It's an interesting and creative idea.
We haven't mentioned World of Disney, which is the huge store over there. And that World of Disney is, if Disney built a Walmart of merchandise without the cheap prices, that would be World of Disney.
I say that pretty much sums it up right there. The Walmart of Disney merchandise.
Yeah.
Oh, I really try not to go in there unless I absolutely have to. Although the interesting thing is that's one of the few places that has the Pandora charms for Walt Disney World. Have you seen those? They're like,
believe it or not, I have no idea what you're talking about.
There's a I'm surprised Marissa doesn't have one. So it's like a charm bracelet with special kinds of charms that you can put on.
You can add on to them, yes.
Yeah, and so Pandora is the brand name, and they've actually got one in the jewelry section of the World of Disney Store. One of the few.
It gets very crowded in there, so you definitely want to try to get to there as early in the day as you can.
I've seen those in the parks, too.
Yeah.
Maybe at Mouse Gear, maybe?
I don't know. When I was there in December, Mouse Gear didn't have them.
I thought I saw those I don't know if it's the same brand, but the charms in Italy, in Epcot.
A different brand, I'm pretty sure.
Bene.
Unless it was recent. When I was there in December.
This was years ago.
No, Pandora's a relatively new thing. And when I was there in December, the World of Disney was the only store that had them.
Some other things you can do in the marketplace. You've got obviously Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, which is also available in the Magic Kingdom, but it has some options there for getting your kids done up, and it's probably a smart idea to make a reservation for it. They do have some walk-ups, but you don't want to be like, hey, you want to promise your daughter you're going to go do it. You walk in there and oh, sorry, no availability. So definitely want to make a reservation for that. There's some other shops there. You've got the Pin Traders.
You've got Pantry for all of your kitchenware needs.
Yeah, I mean, that marketplace is a great place if you've got money to burn.
It is. Well, if you're looking for inexpensive gifts for people, right? Mickey's Pantry is also pretty good too. You can get things like Mickey Mouse cookie cutters, but you can actually turn them into like egg shapers. If you want to make eggs in the morning instead of pancakes, you can just throw the eggs in that. And have
the other thing you could do in the marketplace area is you can rent watercraft.
Oh, could you do a whole Hawaii 5-0 thing?
So, we're talking about spending the whole day there, and, look, I mean, if you have unlimited funds, if you've got Tesla money, sure, you can spend a lot of time shopping, but, at some point you're going to run out of money or interest, and they do have a marina over there, so you can tool around not only the Village Lake, but also you can head back up the Sassagoula River and check out the resorts over there, like Old Key West, Saratoga Springs, the Port Orleans Resort. So it's kind of nice to be able to tool around in there. And it's a fun thing. If you've never done that, definitely a good place. I still prefer Bay Lake, but I would say that Downtown Disney is a close second for that.
Yeah, I've done that once, and it was a nice, quiet ride. Very nice.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Let's head over. I'm gonna skip Pleasure Island because I think it's probably a best option for at night. Because even though there's not much left, there is something there that I know that we're all going to want to talk about for the evening. So let's go back over to the West Side.
West Side.
Flash your gang signs here. So West Side is not. It's not what it used to be. But that being said, there still is some stuff over here to do. We already mentioned House of Blues earlier for breakfast. So what else is there to do in the West Side?
I like to go into that Magic Masters store and watch the guys behind the counter show all their tricks, and then walk up to a little kid and say, "I'll tell you how he does that."
You're just ruining their jobs. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, kill me. There's the movie theater, but the movie theater is weird. Sometimes it doesn't, because it's an AMC movie theater. It doesn't show. It doesn't have it's got 24 screens, but it doesn't have as wide a variety of movies as you might think.
Expect, right?
Yeah,
but it does have. It's got stadium seating, which is nice.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it's nice. And sometimes it's good, like when you just don't want to walk in another park or listen to another theme song. Sometimes it's nice to just go watch a modern movie.
Absolutely. And, it's especially if you get there before dinner, before like the 7 o'clock show. I mean, you really can have again, nice and empty over there so you can catch a movie. And it's great, again, if you're there for a little while, at Disney World, that is, and, you need a little break and you want to be able to, like Glenn said, you just want to sit down, relax and be entertained and, see something that's out there that's new. AMC is a great place to see a movie. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, definitely. There's also a Disney Quest. Have you guys been to Disney Quest recently?
I think I was there last year or the year before.
Yeah, about 2 years ago, I think I was there.
I was there in January. It wasn't bad. I mean, some of the games, some of the games that were supposed to be cutting edge years ago are now, showing their age. The graphics aren't as smooth as you. Yeah, a lot. But they still have row after row of classic games. And there's a Buzz Lightyear bumper car game where you drive cars and you try and scoop up these like energy balls, and top floor, and then you shoot them out at other players, and if you hit their vehicle, they spin around and they're disabled for a few seconds. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, that one was good. Cyberspace Mountain wasn't bad, although after
Cyberspace Mountain, yeah, you could do it once, and then kind of after that, you're like, ooh, I'm a little dizzy. Yeah. It's a ride simulator, sort of along the lines of Some of All Thrills, but I think Some of All Thrills is better technology.
Yeah, exactly. Some of All Thrills is much better. So
yeah, but Cyberspace Mountain was sort of like the original incarnation.
Yeah.
The other thing if you want to spend a day downtown, I'm not a huge fan of Disney Quest, to be honest with you. I don't think it's worth, I hesitate to say it's not worth the money, but I just didn't enjoy it at all.
Was it after 4 o'clock? It's half price, right? They occasionally do half price specials after 4 or after 5.
Yeah, I would say if you have a premium annual pass, it's worth maybe checking out, playing a couple of, play some old games like Len mentioned. Me personally, I'm not a huge fan of it. I wouldn't say it's necessarily a destination.
You could play Miss Pac-Man until you get carpal tunnel syndrome. I think that's
fabulous. But the thing is, man, if you've never tried it, I think it's worth.
Yeah, it's worth going if you've never done it.
It's like any of the park parties we talked about. It's good to try it once just to see.
That's true. I'll give you that. Let's see here. What else we've got? Downtown Disney, West Side. We've got you've got some. Let's talk a little bit about food over here. You've got Bongos, which doesn't get great reviews.
No, it doesn't.
Planet Hollywood is awful, by the way. Don't ever go there for food. People always get those free coupons.
There's a reason why they're giving away free food, guys.
Yeah, exactly. It's awful. Don't go there.
Yeah,
is there any place in West Side Len that you like for food?
Isn't Wolfgang Puck Express over there?
I love it.
Well, the Express is in Marketplace.
But either one, the Express in Marketplace or the cafe on the West Side, both of them are probably, if not the best, one of the best restaurants.
Isn't the Express like right down the road from?
No, where the Express is the Earl Sandwich, isn't it?
Yeah. Express is down. Yeah, is in Marketplace.
Right.
Yep. All right.
Still good.
Still good. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah.
I'm trying to think what else we've got over there.
Fuego by Sosa Cigars, Perdicio 37, in that area, right?
Yeah, let's go back to let's finish things out here in Pleasure Island, because I mentioned that a lot of things are closed. But Len, what's the one thing in Pleasure Island that is totally worth going to, especially in the evening?
The only thing is Reglan Road.
That's how you stop. That's how you top the old evening off.
Yeah, so it's the way that you end the evening. So Reglan Road is great. It's got great food, great appetizers, great entrees, fabulous desserts, a wide selection of whiskeys and ales. And also after 9 o'clock, they have a house band that plays 6 nights a week, and then there's another band on the other one night.
It's really a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's just a lot of fun. You want to? There's a I don't know if our listeners. Some of our older listeners have heard us talk about this, but there's actually a premium set of seats in Reglan Road. Do you know the ones I'm talking about?
No, what are they?
If you walk in, it's around the left to the left. It's actually a little closed off section. It's almost like a closet, and the table is called the Cozy, COZY, and it's got high walls on two sides, so it's a little bit quieter to where you can hear people talk. So if but you can still hear the band and everything, but it's just not as noisy or as open as any other table in the restaurant. So if you walk in and it doesn't look like it's that crowded, and the band is just getting warmed up, ask if you can sit in the Cozy.
Nice.
It's the best seat. Yeah.
I will say that also if you get them over there and you say, can we have a seating? Oh, do you have an ADR? And you'll say no, and there's no availability. Don't fret, because they do have walk-in seating at the bar, and you can order off the full menu over there. And even from the bar, they have the high. What are they called? Not the high. Chairs.
The high chairs. The high chairs.
There's
strap you in. The drinks are that strong.
Yeah. They have these they're elevated tables that you can sit at, and you can still see the band and everything from there.
Yeah, still good seats. Yeah, still good seats.
I'm not sure. Technically, it's at the bar, so.
No, yeah. I do have a big problem with Reglan Road, and it's just
they cut you off.
They just have too much on the menu. I mean, you just want to try everything. They've got so much. They've got It's so diversified. It's just so good, right, Len? It's just
Yeah, I mean, really, there's really nothing. I've yet to find something not good on that menu. I really like everything on the menu, and I'm a little bit more adventurous there in terms of like I don't like shepherd's pie and stuff like that. But I'll actually try it there just to try it, because I really think highly of the whole menu. Like I said, the appetizers are all great. The fish and chips is pretty good. And all the entrees are very good. Dude, we totally have to go there one night.
Let's go right now after the show. Oh, you're
How
not.
about this? How about meatballs?
Hey, let's go in May.
Liffey Love. Guinness meatballs and spaghetti and a red wine juice with tomatoes and shaved Parmesan cheese. I mean, it's like you can't. It's one of those restaurants where you will find entrees and selections on the menu that you won't find anywhere else, and that's something you can't say as much anymore about a Disney restaurant.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. It's really not the same food that you get everywhere else. That's
Right,
a great
because
point.
it's all owned by Disney, so they have no control over it.
Exactly.
That's the one good
yeah,
thing about it.
really like it quite a bit. Yeah, let's go there in May. Are you Scopa, when are you going down? You going down for Star Tours?
You never know.
Yeah, come on down. Yeah, let's go down. We'll go down. If we're all there, we'll go.
There you go.
Woo!
Very good. Let's get wrap it up. There's other things to do in downtown Disney. We haven't mentioned Cirque du Soleil or the Characters in Flight.
I know how you feel about that, man.
Yeah.
I think Characters in Flight, I think we should really spend 24 hours in the balloon. We do it for charity. It'll be fun.
Yeah, it'll be great.
5-minute bathroom breaks.
Off the side.
Hey, is it raining?
Bombs away. But if we haven't talked about it, there's probably a good reason for it.
Rain is warm.
Anyway, that'll do it for us today. Don't forget, our sponsor for today's show is All-Star Vacations. After that long day spent at downtown Disney, and all that money you probably spent on all that great merchandise and food, you're probably saying to yourself, man, I need to save some cash somewhere, and, why not stay in an All-Star Vacation Home? Because you're going to get a lot of stuff, a lot of great amenities, but the best part about an All-Star Vacation Home is the price, because while you're getting a lot, you're not paying a lot. Check them out right now at allstarvacationhomes.com. To find our older episodes, read our show notes, or send us your comments, you can visit us online at wdwtoday.com. For Len Testa, Mike Scopa, and Mike Newell, I'm Matt Hochberg. We'll see you on the next show.